Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. So today you just see me running some Fire Knight here in the background while the ×3 regeneration gear is on in Fire Knight. So I'll be trying to farm up some of those pieces at the moment, making sure that I get some of the best available gear that I can on my free-to-play, and we can kind of go from there. So guys, I just want to bring you in today to kind of just talk a little bit more about the channel just for a moment, and then I'll jump into what the actual video is going to be about. But at the moment, guys, we're sitting at about 289 subscribers, which is awesome. I've really been kind of it's just been kind of cruising upwards compared to that last video that I talked about this, where I think we're just approaching 200. So we're getting close to 300 now, which is awesome. In still some of my videos, you see that I've got on the screen here, some of the people here are still only, it's about, like on one video there, it was about 50-50 of subscribers versus not subscribed. And also as well, there's in some other videos, you got up there of, you know, up to 80% of people that aren't subscribed. So if you guys can go out of your way, drop me a subscribe if you are enjoying the videos. We're going to keep coming at you with the free-to-play videos, so if you are enjoying them, I'm going to start diversifying a little bit more and talking about some of the challenges that people face when they're actually playing the game. So obviously, if you if you're going through a gear cleanse or whatever it is that you've got going on, obviously I want to make sure that we can help you out with that. So stay tuned with the channel. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my Fire Knight team, obviously because that ×3 chance is on, and then I'm going to have a gear cleanse video that'll come out in a few days as well. Okay, this is actually the end of that Fire Knight run as well that I was just playing in the intro. I don't know why I actually cut, but anyway, this is my team, guys. So it's a team that's been working well for me. You see I've got Haikatoon in the lead as a speed lead. I've also then got Rhonda and Kale, of course. They're my two damage dealers. They've been really great, those two champions. They've both also got multi-hitters, which is really nice for Fire Knight, because you see here, I'm going to probably pull it up in a second when his shield does go up, if Armager ever lets his shield go back up anymore. He's been a great champion as well. I'd recommend, if anyone is struggling, just build an Armager to level 50. He does his job so well. Granted, he does go down, so I have to have a reviver of Dur the Hungerer in here. I didn't have enough enough accuracy on my Armager there, so he actually the debuff of his turn meter reduction got resisted. I don't know why he's prioritizing his later rest. Actually, he should be prioritizing his turn meter control. But that's fine. So this is my team. You see there that the turn meter goes down always. I've also got increased speed and decreased speed on the boss. So that means that my team is fast and the Fire Knight is obviously a little bit slower. Armager comes in here with some turn meter reduction. He didn't crit then as well. My build on him is not great, so I need to kind of go through a little bit and maybe change that up. Hopefully I can get this down before... Perfect. Let's kind of talk you through it. So obviously Haikatoon in the speed lead. She's got the speed in all battles. She's also got some turn meter control on her A3. Also got a decreased speed there on an A1. And she's got the turn meter fill on an increased speed on her A2. So a really nice kind of turn meter control. That's what you really need for this this boss, is as much turn meter control as you can get, because ideally you don't want him to drop you want him to drop his shield constantly. You want to be able to take advantage of him being vulnerable and do more damage against him. So as I mentioned, I've got my two damage carries here as well. So Kale, he's got a triple hit, a quad hitter, sorry, on his A3. It's a single hitter on his A1 and a single hitter on his A1 and A2. Rhonda comes in. She's got a 2-time hitter on her A3. She's also got a triple hitter on her A2, and a quad. It can be up to a quad if he's under less than 50% HP. So really, Rhonda is doing most of the work, especially with her passive. Joining in on an ally attack is really nice as well. We've also then got Armager, which was doing, every time he crits, he reduces the turn meter by 30%, and that's just on his A1. He also then has an enemy max HP skill on his A2, which is really quite nice for like Spider and stuff like that when you want to deal a lot of damage. But yeah, mainly his main skill is this one here. And then lastly, this is kind of my secret carry in my Fire Knight team, and you might not recognize it at first when you look at his kit. Obviously, his A1 he's just got a single auto attack. That's all. It's a stun, but obviously you can't stun the boss. So what is really going on here with his kit? He also has a revive 2 random allies. So it's not even a full team revive. It's 2 random allies with 50% HP, and then fills their turn meter by 50%. So that's not the skill. And if you look here, it is a 2. It places a 30% reflect damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. Then places a continuous heal on all allies for a turn, and then heals them all as well by 15% of their max HP. So really, he places 2 continuous heals on allies, but he just pops one of them first. It's this reflect damage that makes him so strong, because when you look at the Fire Knight, obviously the Cloak of Fire, so it starts this battle with a Divine Shield. The shield prevents obviously 80% of damage and also prevents any debuffs. Each hit lowers the shield by a turn, and the shield will be broken after hit with enough times. So for Dur the Hungerer, what you want to see is that he places this reflect damage on all of my champions, all 5 of them. And when the Fire Knight attacks that reflect damage, when he attacks, he resets the shield. I'll try and show you that. Okay, so coming back in here to the Fire Knight. So obviously, he's got his shield up at the moment. He's about to take a turn. It's unfortunate that Dur the Hungerer hasn't actually gone yet. So you see here, the reflect damage goes up. I'm probably actually going to be taking down his shield and probably turn meter controlling him too much, actually. Yeah, you see that it's actually not a great example right now. But what's good is that when he does get the reflect damage up, when the Fire Knight attacks with all of his abilities here, he attacks all enemies, which means the reflect damage will then deal damage against this shield. Take it off auto so we can kind of just see for a second. It's 1 turn off. Ideally, I'd like to get his turn meter down so that I can get Dur the Hungerer up. And actually, I will show you just here. Let's get that in there. Okay, I'll put the reflect damage up. Everyone will just auto attack and just kind of try and not turn meter control the boss. Just use max ability HP. Okay, so you see here, Rhonda will just have her turn. Everyone's got reflect damage on. 1, 2, 3, or except he's just so slow. Okay, so there's 3 reflect damages out. He usually has a 10 hitter on, like he usually has 10 hits required to drop the shield. He only has 7 because he hit 3 people with reflect damage. It means I don't have to worry about a 3-time hitter on someone else. So really, Dur the Hungerer can be equal to a 5-time hitter. He's actually the secret sleeper in my team right now. I need to probably speed tune it a little bit so that he doesn't, because I'm finding that the boss is so slow that he puts the reflect damage up right before the Fire Knight goes, and then all of my people have a turn, which means that they all miss out on the reflect damage buff, and obviously then he doesn't hit everyone, because otherwise if he hit everyone with his skill, everyone had reflect damage up, it would have been 5 instead of 7, if you get what I mean there. So I'm just going to run this run out, and then I'll show you what the build looks like. It's fairly straightforward from here. Just knock down the shield and increase speed, turn meter control, and you just kind of beat him down from there. Okay, let me just show you how Dur the Hungerer is built so you can kind of see. Let me jump in here and Dur the Hungerer. So you see that I built him out with a shield set. I probably will be changing this to a bolster set when I get enough gear for it in the Forge Pass. I've got some nice ones ready to go with some speed and HP. I've also got some crit rate there. He doesn't need, for him, I'm just really focusing on keeping him alive. So having high HP, some good defense, and good speed. That's all I really care about. Probably some good resistance would be a good shout as well. I haven't really built too many masteries out on him at the moment. I'm just going for heals and shieldage. I probably will come down all the way down to the bottom here and picking up Bulwark, which means that it decreases the damage that all allies receive, and instead this champion receives it. So that's maybe a good one that I could go with later on. But as you see, this shield set that I've got on him at the moment is just based off HP, defense and speed. HP, defense, not defense on that, obviously defense main stat, speed and HP, speed, HP, resistance, HP chest, HP, there should be HP gauntlets, but I don't have it. I've got a HP set on though altogether, and this gives me some nice defense, HP, and speed as well. So that's kind of what we're looking at. The ring as well, basically just more HP, defense. Just making sure that I can really maximize this shield, because this 30% ally shield is based off the Hungerer's HP, not the HP of the allies. So I really just want to make sure that he's bolstered up as much as I can. No pun intended there. Obviously, this is the shield set, not the bolster set. But I want to bolster him up with as much HP as I can, so that I can really get full use and full value out of that shield set. So that's kind of what he's wearing. Armiger, I've just got him in a bit of a mixed match of sets. Accuracy chest, speed boots, crit rate on his gauntlets. He's sitting at 84 crit rate, which is probably why I miss some of the times. He probably could use a better weapon. I wonder if I've got a better weapon at the moment. That gives me a lot more speed, but it loses a little bit of crit rate. I kind of want to boost his crit rate up as much as I can to kind of make sure that he isn't missing. I want him to make sure that he crits every single time. That's all right. I'll try and have a little bit of a look around at my gear. God, that's a really horrible helmet. I haven't touched his build in quite a little while, but I really don't have much else actually. So yeah, that's kind of what we've got going on with Armiger. It's just basically speed, get as much speed as you can. Accuracy, make sure that you've got dungeon level times 10. So if you're fighting stage 14, you want 140 accuracy, and 100% crit rate is pretty much mandatory for him. Kind of just do as I say, not as I do on that one. And then yeah, damage builds on Kale and Rhonda. 100% crit rate. I still don't have a banner for Kale, and I've got one here for Rhonda, which would be really nice. It's accuracy, but I found that Brimstone is actually still doing a bit of damage against Clan Boss, so I'm going to be keeping that on her instead of Soul Reap. And my last champion was and Haikatoon. She's just as fast as I can get her. 246 speed. She's actually got some nice defensive stats there as well. I don't know how I've actually pulled that off, but I'll keep it. I'll manage that. But yeah, that's kind of the builds at the moment, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, as I mentioned at the start of the video. And yeah, stay tuned, because the next video will be likely a gear cleanse, and I'll be going through how to kind of prioritize the stats on the gear and what it is that you should be looking for before you kind of sell all your gear, and if you should and shouldn't. No worries. Thanks, guys. Peace.